So, I told Allison this story, and Allison found it so horrible that I was like, well, maybe I need to explain this part to everybody. When I was a little girl and a virgin, being raised by two people who, because they've called me insane, I will call them insane because apparently the Christians believe do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. So my little bitch ass is going to prove all the people insane that call me insane. So anyway, and like I want to talk about the fact that they tried to use my spending habits against me to try to call me mentally ill. My dad, and I'm sure, is the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi. So if I grew up in my natural habitat, money would not have been anything I would have had to worry about. And I could be charitable however I pleased with however much I pleased. And my spending habits get fucked up when I get charitable, which I enjoy doing. I enjoy sometimes, and please don't let a million people come in and ask for this, but sometimes poor people come in Speedway and me or my boss will buy them a little something to eat. We do that. We're charitable people. Please don't come in thinking it's a charity that we can afford to have, because we can't. But I'm a very charitable person. I help everyone I can as much as I can, as much as I think they deserve it and need it. And I enjoy that. And that's how the Arab royal family is, very charitable. Muslim, the core beliefs in the Muslim religion is charity and honesty. So we're all very charitable and we enjoy that. But anyway, so my natural habitat was to have any amount of money I asked for to spend on anyone, anytime, anywhere, money not being an issue. Me maybe not even having to handle money, and just having a husband who my real father would have set up for me, who would have been very loyal and Muslim around the age of probably 18, who never would have cheated on me and would have treated me like a queen, and I wouldn't have to deal with any of this shit. So anyway, that's how my life would have been. But because these two crazy white people who maybe didn't even love each other and just had a fake marriage, these two crazy white people raised me. And in high school, I was like, well, I'm going to have to find a husband in this disgusting country. And so I was like, I opened up the yearbook for the high school, and there's like 4,000 people, and I went through the whole yearbook. And I was a virgin at this point. And I was like, I've got to pick a husband. And I went through everybody, and I found Travis. His name at that point, at least, was Travis Pritchard. And I was like, he's beautiful. Okay, I can marry this man. And so I went to Travis Pritchard, and I told him that I wanted to be with him. I was a virgin. Well, I don't know if I think I told him I was a virgin. I'm not sure about that part. But, and we started dating. And I was like, let's not rush too fast, but I think you're the one. And, the guy I should marry. And, I don't even know if I told him that part. But I thought that part. And before this, I had dated this guy they called Dustin Crooks. And me and him, he did date me for a while. And I let him we had a sexual experience of him almost having sex with me, sort of like trying to get his dick in me. We were drunk. If I was raised by my real father, I never would have drank. So that's another thing. But anyway, so back to Travis. So me and Travis started dating, and then it was a close relationship. I had a lot of trust for him. And then next thing I know, somebody at school tells me Travis cheated on you with Kelly Surratt. That was what this mixed Black American was going by then. Well, the history with me and Kelly Surratt was that she pretended to be my friend. She, at a birthday party, a girl that we tried to be mutual friends with, who went by Kristen Longpree, the white redheaded one. She might have a tan now. That was like our mutual friend. We were all trying to be friends. And Kelly, when I was young, dared me to put my pet snake on Kristen. Kelly did this to get me and Kristen in a fight. And apparently it worked because the bitch has been trying to kill me and my entire family ever since. Kristen is a fucking psycho. Once again, I'll say that a million times. As many times. Kristen is so fucking psycho that I started wondering if every Kristen and every Kirsten is also a fucking psycho. So, Kelly did this to me. Well, me and Kelly dropped out of friendship, but we never really talked about it. Well, so they tell me that Travis had cheated on me with Kelly Surratt. I confronted Travis. Travis was like, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. He might have cried. And he was like, well, her pussy smelled like fish. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make this okay. But I told people that her pussy smelled like fish, trying to save face because I looked weak and idiotic because Travis cheated on me. And because that's how the white people raised me to think. Because Carol had left this man Preston because he cheated on her. So that they raised me to think that a man could not have multiple women. So in my head, I'm like, well, this relationship is over. But I told people that her pussy smelled like fish. Kelly comes up to me in the middle of school, starts screaming at me belligerently. I don't even know what the fuck the bitch was saying. I start crying because the crazy bitch that cheated on my boyfriend is now screaming at me in front of people. And ever since then, they've used basically that against me to try to call me crazy because I was like openly emotional. And that's, I don't know who the fuck wouldn't have cried because it destroyed my marriage and what was gonna be a marriage. And Travis asked me after that, we stayed together, and he asked me to marry him, and I was like, no, I can't, Travis. You broke the trust. It'll never be okay. So that's what Kelly Surratt did to me. She did it. She wasn't sleeping with Travis at that point. He had been dating someone, I forget her name, else. I hope I didn't break them up, but I don't know. I didn't ask Travis. He was single and I talked to him. So Kelly cheated with him to be malicious and a crazy bitch. And since then, Kelly has been working for the military, which she doesn't deserve a U.S. military job. So basically, Kelly's been running around killing my real Arab family who hate her. And she has no right to be in any part of Arabia, and neither does Chris, and neither do any of these fucking Americans because they're dangerous. And so it's a very sad story, but basically an evil, insane bitch fucked up my virgin marriage. And it hurt Travis. Travis ended up marrying a white female who I think might be a little crazy. She hates me. I don't know why. And they have some kids, and Travis tried to get back with me a couple times. It's just, but yeah, that's a sad story. So that's how evil Kelly is. That's how evil Kristen is. They're both really fucking evil. And that's the people you have in your fucking U.S. military killing Arabs. Some of the most disgustingly evil people. You know what's even sadder is they act like these Arabs they kill in this oil, they take will profit all Americans. It doesn't. It only profits mostly a small number of rich white families that are very evil people. And if the war for oil, which they call it terrorism, but it's oil because terrorists are people like Kelly Surratt and Kristen Longpre and James Paul Novick and Margaret Richardson and that Ukrainian bitch that lived at Salvation Army. Those are terrorists. But, it's a war for oil, and they pretend like if it was that all Americans would profit equally for the oil, like in Iraq, that they've been stealing, then we wouldn't have fought it. We would have tried to work with them and done like a thing where each American gets this amount and each Iraqi gets this amount and sort of communize the oil. And that would have been okay, but we are completely against some of the most immoral, disgusting, insane white trash families having billions of dollars in oil because it's a danger to the world for these people to be rich. They're not the kind of people who will give to charities and starving Africans like we do. They're the kind of people that buy an island and kill the entire native population. So that is why everyone should side with the Arabs on every war.